Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you the Oscar look that Robbie wore. I am totally obsessed. It's very simple as far as it's a natural eyebrow, it's a very simple eye. Complexion, it's all about just being really flawless and with the contour, and it's all about the lip. And this lip, oh my gosh, I am so obsessed with. I absolutely love it just because it's absolutely beautiful. It goes on different skin tones and it'll work for, you know, day or night. I absolutely love it, and I think you guys will as well. So let me know if you guys do end up trying it out, and this is how I did this look. So I just prepped my skin and I use the Peter Thomas Roth. This is the FIRMx peeling gel. So what this does is you rub it over your dry face and it like lifts off all the dead skin. So you just want to get rid of any dead skin. You can use a scrub or a chemical peel like I did, just so that way, like especially around here where you tend to get dry, because you don't want any gross crusty skin. I'm gonna prep my skin now, and I'm using the Kiehl's. This is the microblower skin perfector, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of that. I'm gonna rub a thin layer all over my face. And so for foundation, I'm going to be using my Lancôme. This is the Tinted Idole. This is the 24-hour foundation. It is a full coverage and a 24-hour wear, so it just gives that nice flawless finish. I'm using the Beauty Blender so that way I don't get any brush strokes. Take a bit of that and just start working it all over the face. I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, which you can tell I use this quite a bit. And I'm going to go over like any spots because I have this big old zit right here. Gonna go over that. Any other little blemish that I might have. I'm also going to go around the nose. I tend to get a little bit red around in this area. A little bit on top. Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting, and I'm just going to take my MAC Prep and Prime. This is the Light Bluest highlighter. I'm going to go underneath the eye. Also going to go right on the corners of the mouth, to do a bit on the chin, about in between the eyebrows and down the nose, and also a bit on the Cupid's bow. Going to go also underneath the eyebrow, and there we go. Now I'm just going to take the tip end of my Beauty Blender and I'm going to blend that in. Okay, so now that my highlight's blended in, the face is really like the complexion, it's really about being flawless and a good contour. So what I'm going to be doing just to help achieve that is I'm actually going to go in with, this is the new Naked Skin, this is by Urban Decay, and this is their new concealer, and this is in the dark neutral. So I'm going to just contour my face by its actual bone structure. I'm not going to go in and get all fancy with it. But I am going to go in with the jawbone just because she has an amazingly sharp jawline. And now I'm going to take a different beauty blender because I don't want to use the other one I've been using for my foundation and highlight, just because I would probably be using it again. I don't want to get it all muddy. So I'm just going to go in here and start blending. With the cheekbones, I like to just kind of blend up because that gives it a little bit more lift. Okay, so I'm not going to do the nose with the concealer because I'm going to be doing it with powder later on, just because I want it to look a little bit lighter, a little bit softer. So now I'm just going to set the whole face, and I'm going to do my usual setting, which is this is the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in the medium. You can use a translucent powder as well, but I'm just going to go in with a bit, and what I'm doing is I'm going to tap it on. And by tapping it on, you're setting it so it's going to last longer, and that way you're not just ruining the contour that you just blended out. Alright, now I'm going to be using my Anastasia contouring book, and I am going to go in a little bit with this medium shade right here, the darker one. I'm just going to take ever so little bit of amount, and I'm just going to go right on the very bottom of my contour, and this is just going to take it up a notch and along the jawline where I really want to sharpen it up. So I'm going to go in with a much fluffier brush to do the nose, and I'm just going to go in with this color here. I'm just going to take a little bit of that. I'm just going to contour my nose. Now, if you really wanted to sharpen that contour, you would take your beauty blender or another brush, of course, and I'm going to go in with that yellow kind of banana powder color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and just go right underneath that contour, just to make it look a bit sharper. So take a bit of that and go down the nose, around the cupid's bow, and just go a little bit under the eyes as well. Alright, and just to kind of finish up on the complexion, I'm actually going to go in with my NARS. This is just in the color Albatross, and I'm not going to go too heavy or crazy with highlight because it isn't a super glowing look, but there is a little bit of just a hint of glow. So again, I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to take the side of it. Just take a bit of that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press that highlight in. Just going to go a little bit down the nose. Okay, so now the complexion's done, we're going to move on to the brows. So the brows were all very natural. All over the red carpet you saw natural brows. You didn't see any like severely painted on brows. You didn't see any of the ombre brows or any Instagram brows, if you will. So I'm going to keep them really natural and simple. I'm going to be using the Anastasia. This is the Perfect Brow Pencil, and this is in dark brown. I'm going to just take this spoolie and I'm going to start by brushing all my hairs upwards. And then I'm going to take the pencil, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start kind of brushing in little hair strokes. Once you start drawing it on, it's going to start looking drawn on. So I'm just going to do the little strokes and kind of filling in where I need them. I am going to add a little bit of an arch just because I have such a hooded eye. I do need somewhat of an arch to help pull it up, but her brows weren't heavily arched. So once I've got that penciled in, I'm going to go in with, where did I put it? Oh, there it is in my lap, of course. This is the Anastasia, the Tinted Brow Gel, and this color is in Espresso. So I'm going to take that, and this is going to help hold all my brows in place. And it does grab onto each little brow and kind of help darken them or lighten them, depending on which color you pick. Alright, so brows are done. They're very natural looking. So I'm just going to take a bit more of my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and you can use this concealer as an eyeshadow primer as well. And since it's very minimum eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the concealer just so that way we don't have any like discoloration or veins popping through. Okay, so the color I'm going to be going in with, she kind of had a bronzy brown but very light color. So the one that I kind of matched up to it is, this is the LORAC, my Pro palette. This is the second one. I'm going to go in with the Mocha, which is this color right here. And I'm going in with a fluffy brush. The fluffier the brush, the better, because that means it's going to put it on lighter. And that way you just don't get this big puff of color that we don't actually need. So I'm going to take just a little bit of that, tap off my brush. I'm going to start in the center and closer to the lash line. And even then, that's plenty of product. And now I'm going to go in with a clean blending brush. I'm going to take this blending brush, and now we're just going to blend it. And we want this to be super soft, like you don't know when it starts and when it ends, so just blend it to death. So I am going to go in with a little bit of Buff, which is this nice neutral yellow right here. It is a matte. Don't want any shimmer underneath the eyebrow. I'm just going to take a little bit of that and go right underneath the eyebrow, just to give it a little bit of a lift and a matte highlight. Alright, now for the bottom lash line, I'm going to take just kind of, this is a copper eyeshadow pencil. This is an old Urban Decay one. This is in Lucky. They don't make this color anymore, but any little bronze eyebrow pencil or eyeliner pencil will work. And I'm going to take and just go right in that last quarter of the eye. I'm not going to go all the way underneath it. Going with a nice little smudgy brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend that copper tone. We're going to pull it close to the inner corner. We are going to leave a space right here. It was a little bit lighter right here, so I'm not going to go all the way in the inside corner, but I'm just going to blend to make it soft looking. Now for the inner waterline, I am going to be going in with a nude pencil, and this is the Ever Sharp pencil by Smashbox, and this is in Bare. Just going to be taking and lining that inner waterline. So for the top lashes, I am going to take a black Kôhl pencil. So I'm going to be taking that And I'm just be lifting the eye, and I'm going to be going right underneath the lash line just to make sure that it's dark. So I don't know if you can see, I can definitely tell in the mirror how this side a little bit is a bit darker than this side, so it just gives the illusion of fuller lashes. And since we're not using any false eyelashes, it's just going to give the appearance of a fuller bottom. So now I'm just going to go in, this is my Kat Von D, my tattoo liner, and I'm just going to be doing a very simple thinner line. I'm even going to overdraw a little bit over the eyelashes just to ensure that I have no gap between my liner and my lashes. So I am now going to go in and curl my eyelashes, and I'm just going to take this. If you really want them curled, if you tip it back just a little bit, make sure you don't pull out your eyelashes. And this will get them really nice and curled. And I am going to go in with just a little bit of my Perversion. This is by Urban Decay, or no, the Subversion. And with just a little bit, I'm just doing the top, just to kind of thicken them a little bit. Now I'm taking my Perversion mascara, and I'm going to go over. And she doesn't have super long eyelashes. They're definitely more on the natural side. So I'm not going to worry so much about really lengthening or building the mascara. I'm going to do one coat on the bottom. Okay, so I limited myself to one coat of mascara. I usually love to really pile it on and get all the different coats. I'm so excited for this lip color. You have no idea. It is the Hourglass. This is in Raven. This is the lip stain. It does come in a lipstick as well. The lipstick isn't quite as intense. It's the same color. It's just, I feel like this one is a little bit more color payoff than the lipstick. So if you want something that's the same color but maybe toned down a little bit, go with the lipstick. So I'm going to start applying in the center of the lip. I'm going to start working my way around the lip. I like to start in the center first with the stain, because that way you kind of brush off a little bit of the stuff in the applicator so you don't get this glob on the side of your lip. Alright, now for a lip liner, just to help fill in my lips a little bit, because she does have nice, beautifully filled in and shaped lips, I'm going to use, this is the OCC lip pencil, and this is in NSFW. I'll be taking that now and just outlining. So this is why I use a lip pencil. As you can see, this side is much fuller than this side. This side looks way more polished. So to get a really good lip line is, from what I'm doing is I'm doing a straight line, because you can see here my lip has a natural kind of swerve or divot down, a happy face if you will. But what I want to do is do a straight line from the end of the lip here all the way to the Cupid's bow, and same with from the corner here all the way to the center of the lip. So by doing that, that just creates the illusion of a much fuller lip without overdrawing too much, which starts looking a bit messy and a bit ridiculous sometimes. So this is just a really easy way to do a little bit of overdrawing without, you know, trying to go looking like a clown eventually. So what I'm going to do now, just to make sure that my lip does look flawless and perfect, I'm taking my concealer, a small concealer flat brush, and I'm just going to go around and clean up any little lines or edges that I might have gotten. Okay, so here's the lip color, and I am obsessed. Like, I can't get over how amazing this color is. I swatched out before, but actually putting it on, it's amazing. I think I found my new summer lip color. This shall be my signature summer lip color. So you probably will be seeing more of it for sure. So besides the lip color, it's all about the lips, very natural brows, and not much going on the eyes. And for the face, it was just contoured and a flawless complexion. So I hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and to subscribe if you haven't already to see my upcoming looks, tutorials, and all that other fun stuff. And I will see you guys in my next video.